Hello brothers and sisters, Cameron here. Welcome to the second episode of Scripture Sunday, where I break down a scripture that doesn't make logical or moral sense from the Bible. This is a way to break it down in a friendly way and say, hey, this doesn't make sense to me, doesn't make sense to you, and hopefully begin to unlock the thought process of thinking logically and getting them on your side and seeing things from your viewpoint, because that is a key to eventually getting someone waken and out of a cult. There will also be a PDF in the description below that goes over everything I'm saying, so that way you have a guide. You can download it in your phone and have a guide with you with the scriptures and everything listed, so you have something to reference. And it's just a 3-question survey and an email sign up for a future activist website that I'm working on. So the purpose of these videos are not to harass people or corner people or attack them. The purpose of these videos is to ask questions thoughtfully. Sometimes I put my humor in here and I may come off a little more forceful on these videos, but when you actually talk to someone, the idea is to get them to think logically and to understand these contradictions from your viewpoint on why they confuse you. These contradictions that are in the Bible that are taught as love are actually hate and immoral when using reasoning. So I get a lot of questions from ex-JWs, cult survivors, like, how do I reason with my friends and family member? How do I save them? I think saving them is the wrong mindset, because that's an old cult mindset that you need to let go. Number one, you should just live your life and be happy. Number two, don't push your views on them. Just say, hey, I don't believe this way anymore. If you have questions, let me know. If you run into people like I do, because for some reason I believe that JWs have superpowers now, because wherever I go, there they are. They're always at like colleges and malls and shopping centers and plazas. They're everywhere. It's a great opportunity to approach them and try to get them to see things from your perspective, but also reason with them. And if they're reasonable, you can begin to unlock some common sense and reasoning. So let's jump right into it. Remember King David and Bathsheba in 2 Samuel chapter 12? We're gonna break that down. He did wrong because he saw Uriah's wife, Bathsheba, bathing from his castle, and she was beautiful. So he had Uriah sent to the front lines, and Uriah died. And then he sleeps with Bathsheba, she gets pregnant, so what he did was fucked up. Like, he shouldn't have done that at all. Jehovah, God, Yahweh, whatever you want to call him, didn't find it fitting to just punish David. He found it fitting to punish David, his wives, his concubines, Bathsheba, and his firstborn from Bathsheba, because, you know, it's their fault for what David did. In verse 11, God was basically like, let's get rapey with it. And he takes David's concubines and has them raped in public by one of his homies as a punishment. That's insane. And as a man, that would mind screw me on so many multiple levels. I don't even know where to begin. At that point, if I was David, I would have been thinking to myself, man, I should have just had Uriah move to another city. What was I thinking? I thought it was a Sabbath day, time to fast. And then to make things worse, God attacked and went after Bathsheba's child. So Jehovah God made the child so sick that it died. I'd call that a late term abortion. And you can find that in verse 13. So all the way from there to verse 17, it continues with the story, and King David's life is just wrecked and ruined. However, if modern religions today teach, including JWs and Mormons, that abortion is wrong, if God is willing to murder a baby or a child at any point, that's a contradiction. Abortion is not okay, then God is clearly willing to murder children and babies for something that they didn't do. Where is the morality in that? Why murder innocent children and rape innocent women for something they didn't do? So that's all 2 Samuel chapter 12, 11 through 17. This is just the beginning too. I have plenty of scriptures, plenty of contradictions. The fastest way that has made me into where I'm in now, pretty much an agnostic atheist, where I think there might be a God, but it's definitely not a God that I would agree with from the Bible. Every Sunday, subscribe so that way you'll see more videos. Hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time I upload. Leave a comment for more information below. And if you can, check out my Patreon. I'm opening it up so that way if you guys can help support the channel for a few dollars a month, I can take the ads off this channel so it's just you and I, and keep this channel going. We have a lot of really crazy things going on. Coming soon, we're gonna talk about an Instagram post. Definitely follow me on Instagram at Kameron Fader, where I am going to legislation and working with a couple of ex-cult activist groups on what we can do to protect our children from these cults. More information on that very, very soon. I'm extremely excited to talk about it, and more information as it develops and progresses. This year is going to be crazy. Definitely subscribe, and brothers and sisters, I will see you in the next video.